3, 2, 1.
And it's game time. KinX5 here for 2K4 CTF with a late night pug here. It's going to be the first pug I've casted in a while. I've been mostly focusing on the matches and MLUTE action, but no one playing matches during the Super Bowl, so we've got some pugs going on late night here. We're playing Orbital Classic, a nice big map. We're going to see a lot of defensive action featured here. And kind of what I was saying in the little introduction here, you're going to need to see offenses come in and go out coordinated. You can't have a single lone flag runner getting very far in this map. That's exactly what they're doing here. Lavake waited for a second, gave his cover time to get in position. They run out to mid. He goes down instantly, but he's already got someone ready for the pickup. And there's his cover. So Red already doing a good job staying coordinated. However, this flag's going to go down and does get returned. But that was a good example of how to run the flag on this map. You can't focus on one person going in and trying to trick the defense. You really have to fight your way across as a team. And here we see Failsauce with his flag doing the exact same thing, waiting for his cover to push out in front of him. He's got one defender behind him, but his defense should be able to back up and get a kill on him. He's got plenty of health around him, and he's still going to go down as his defense not quite in position. So a little bit of miscommunication there. It looks like we've got lockdown playing flag D for the blue team. You'll likely see Xios pushing forward and playing a forward defensive role, patrolling that lightning gun entrance up top there. As we see Lavake grabbing this flag, two cover around him at all times. Good way to play offense on this map. Take your time, especially when you have these jump boots. You don't have to worry about pulling any sneaky, aggressive moves here, because if you're in good position, if you keep control of these jump boots, you'll always have an escape route. He goes ahead and kills the last jump on those so he can get out to mid and just get his normal movement back. He's going to stay high, which is a tricky proposition. It makes it much easier for you to get cut off because of these tight quarters up here. However, it does cut line of sight from a lot of the other team. They have to follow you straight into that high entrance. It looks like blue team now, nobody up front. They were all focusing on that cutoff. Nobody gets a flag pulled, and Lavake caps with 9 health here. Looks like 100 armor should be spawning soon. We'll go ahead and watch the fight over this. You see Failsauce grabbing it and going down immediately. Amps are dying, so no power-ups in play for a little while. We'll go ahead and switch over to another defender. We'll see what Xios is doing on blue defense. I suspect he'll be pushing up, watching this top hallway. He's probably going back down for his 50 armor. You can play defense on this map in a few different ways, depending on what the other team's throwing at you. You can split it, multiple different ways, left and right in the flag room. You can have one forward, one back, one high, one bottom. Looks like right now Lockdown is mostly playing on the actual flag itself, and now we're seeing what I was talking about. Xios basically has to go straight to mid to cut off the flag carrier. He doesn't see that he actually goes to the right of him, and the enemy flag carrier has actually got jump boots now. So Xios going in high, anticipating him coming in high, and try to jump in front of him, but it looks like he went in low, so let's go try to catch up with him. We've got Lavake already back in his own 50 armor, going to wait for it to spawn. Has cover all around him. I don't think they know where enemy flag. I think enemy flag carrier, yeah, is already back in his base. So we have us a flag standoff here, and they're waiting on their amp. I'm not sure if both amps are spawning soon, but it appears as though blue is going to keep theirs either on cover or, well, I'm not sure what he's doing right now. This is going to be, I believe, GS3K. He's going to pick up some health to get back up to 100 health. Ooh, Rocket's coming in, though, behind him. He's going to go down quickly, and that's going to be a return. And last second kill on the stand, and there you go. Red able to follow that one up with a clutch pickup. Some nice rockets coming around the corner there for the instant return. As a flag carrier, you got to be wary about standing in those tight quarters. Anytime someone jumps around those corners and you hear those rockets charging, hairs on the back of your neck have to stand up, and you got to be ready to jump. So already a quick 2-0 lead coming out for Red. Kind of surprised. We were thinking that Blue might have chosen this map to slow down their offense there. Doesn't seem to be working so far. However, Red has been playing very well coordinated offense, and that's why they've been getting across mid. Lavake here running the flag, doesn't have a mic, I believe. So he's going to be running around, and he's going to be taking his time, again, waiting for his cover to set up. At this point, the enemy defenders pretty much have to run out to mid, and so you've kind of got time to be patient and maybe even check on their amp, check on their 50 armor. Often what you'll do is drop back your third attacker to mid, and then that way you can push one of your defensive players back into your base to roam around and disrupt the flag carrier. But blue opting instead to be aggressive and just try to get red flag moving. to keep them from capping. It looks like red steals blue, or no, red takes their amp in front of blue. They're gonna be taking that to him, but Lavake is all by himself. Again, he has boots. He can make a nice escape there. Down to 35 health though, no armor, no mic though, so I'm not sure. Oh, it looks like he's got amp cover from Neo. That's gonna come in. He's gonna get this cap again. So 3-0 already by red. And while I believe the red team has the better fragging team, at least on paper here, I think it's been more their coordination, especially with Lavake with no mic. I was afraid that maybe their teamwork wouldn't be in order, because maybe their communication, would suffer from that. But it looks like what they've been able to do is just stick together, roll across the map patiently, and use their fragging ability to clear out the enemy team, just kind of like a big wrecking ball running through mid, a big blob. So you see Xios pushing all the way out to help with 100 armor. Got to go back in high, try to clear out that base. Depending on how teams play, this can be a very low-scoring map. It can be difficult to make comebacks on it. However, we're only, 6 minutes into the game, so I don't think Blue is prepared to switch up too much yet. They may decide to switch a couple players in their positions soon so they can be a little bit more aggressive, but right now they're pushing this map across mid. You see Xios pushing all the way up, getting some nice lightning gun shots on right there. Getting a multi-kill out of this. And these are easy shots right now. He's just playing duck hunt, shooting people as they're translocating in straight lines across the map. Going to see this base pretty much cleared out here. They're going to get that last second kill. Xios actually picks up the flag. They only need 1 or 2 more kills to make this an easy cap, but it looks like no one's going to trance ahead and grab that flag. Everyone too scared. Blue getting their first cap there. So you see a full team effort, and that's exactly what you want to see. Xios pushing up as a defender, lockdown staying back on the flag, and so good coordinated defense right there by Blue as they help out with their offense while also sealing the base. So seeing some nice textbook play from both teams so far. 5-knuckle shuffle, probably. Is that facial? I believe that's facial. Yeah, so facial is going to have this flag running low across mid. Getting back into his shock. Taking all sorts of damage, but it seemed ready there for the pickup. Xios actually pushed all the way out on this. Be curious to see if red team gets ahead and gets a grab here, because Blue basically has 4 on offense right now. Said they all drop back. They do manage to get that kill there. But that's something the red team's going to need to watch out for, because they just had a problem right there where the blue team came into their base and capped without anybody getting ahead and getting a pull. But if blue team's going to push forward Xios, as they probably should, to help secure their flag runners who are coming back into their base, it's going to leave their back door open for someone to run in and get a grab and potentially deny them on the stick. PoisonBagels were running this flag. Coming out with Neo and Lavake in front of him. Pretty much the offense I expected to see here. And pretty much running in uncontested into his base. However, their flag is gone. Let's go catch up with red flag running right into blue base at the moment. Not a lot of pressure on either of these flag carriers as they roam into their base. So we're going to see another standoff here. And Amp goes to Failsauce here. He's going to be covering himself with double the damage. Kind of an interesting move, because in order to make the best use of Amp, you really have to be aggressive. You have to jump at enemy players. You have to have guns out instead of your shield. However, in a big map like this, it'll probably be expired before other players come in, so not going to be a huge factor here. However, keeping it away from the other team, of course, key. Keeping timing on it, obviously going to help his team as well. Looks like his flag gets dropped but not returned. He's going to go down. Flag gets picked up. Good pickup by GS3K. He's going to go down for another set of flak primaries right there, and red takes a 3-point lead now again. Not even the halfway point of this map, though. We've seen a nice high-scoring Orbital Classic. A lot of people think this map is impossible to cap on, that every single game has to be really low-scoring. It really depends on how teams play. You can play 3D on your flag in every map and slow it down, and this is no exception. But both teams now playing 3 fully aggressive offense and not really dropping many back. Opting to play sort of an offensive-defense role. In other words, keeping the other team's flag moving more than worrying about cutting off the flag carrier. Here we see Lavake and PB waiting on enemy amp, hoping to use that to push their way across mid. This is kind of unique for this map, because right now blue team, again, they have to worry about cutting off the flag carrier in mid. You see a kamikaze amped shock ball kill in return by Lavake there. You don't see that very often. He's going to be back at him. He's pick up these boots, so he has the ability now to switch up his role or switch up his route and go high very quickly if he wants to. He still has amp though, so he can cover himself across mid. He's going to get shocked in the back. Going to go down, and the quick return there by Neo. Good job pulling out that translocator to follow up and get that return. So now we are watching, I believe that's actually Raven. Evil person, I believe, is Raven, aka Zero Wolf, on defense here. And it looks like he's playing the same position that Lockdown was effectively playing. And there we see Failsauce having some trouble. He's one of those guys who likes to go in and grab by himself. And you see exactly what you're going to expect on this map. Is if you go in by yourself and try to 2-on-1 the defense, there's nowhere for you to run. There's no cover to take. If you have at least one distracting, you can sometimes get in and piston out quickly. But more often than not, if you go in by yourself, even stacked, and unless you have an amp, you're going to lose that battle. You're going to take so much damage that you're too easy to finish off for it to be worthwhile. See Neo distracting Lockdown. This team tries to get in to get a grab. Looks like they all get killed out. Gonna go back down to Raven, give him a little more face time here. And see the blue team now kind of getting out of sync, coming in one at a time, which just isn't going to work on this map. 5 knuckle shell, I believe being facial. So we've got facial and Failsauce getting in, killing out the D, and this is a much more coordinated attack. Not working out so far, but you see what they were able to do is get in there, take down the D. GSK a little bit late to the party, but getting in there almost in time. Certainly had 3 in the enemy base, and that's more what you want to see, and that's what you've seen from the red team, is they've been running as one big unit, as opposed to trying to run in one at a time. There's so much health around this map, and so many vials, you're not going to win a war of attrition. You can't just come in over and over and over. You see another nice return by blue, keeping things in reach here. But I think what you're going to need to see from blue's offense is a little bit more coordinated attack. Saying, hey, let's sit back, let's get vials, let's get 50s, let's get amps, let's get 100s, and never go in with just 100 health. Go in with extra health, go in with all 3 people, so you have the numbers to clear out that base and get that flag moving. And then you're just really one little TDM scrum away from getting across mid. So blue flag going out to low mid. Xios with a cutoff here. Nice little shaky combo there. And red not putting a lot of sustained pressure. They're doing exactly what I think I would expect blue to try to do in this map, is save up, get your timing together, wait for everybody to go in at once, and it's been very effective. I think blue team needs to learn from that. Certainly in the last, 7 minutes of this match, 6.5 minutes. They've gotten this flag moving whenever they've been able to do that. And now we see Facial out in mid. He's going to take some combos. Needs some cover to drop in on him quickly. He's backing back up. Smart move by him. Red team is all around him, though, so he's taking shots from the front and the back as they're running in there with their flag carrier. And Neo's going to get back into his base. His amp cover to seal off that low exit. This time, Blue's able to get ahead. Get a pull in the stand, keeps it moving, and there's the return. So a good move there by Lockdown, able to get ahead, get that flag in his hands. Probably yelling at his offense for not doing it themselves, but now he's got a chance for a rebound cap. I don't think his cover is going to be in position, but they're certainly in the base. They're definitely killing them out. They're going to get another chance for a sustained run here. And so they trade flak balls right there. That pickup's going to go to GS3K with only 4 health. As you said, though, if he can get a kill here, there's plenty of health in base for him to get back up to 100 health. And now he's got cover. I think he has both cover on him now. So blue team passing that flag, probably to someone with jump boots, or at least someone with some armor. There you go. Failsauce with the armor and the flag now. He can go out whatever direction he wants. I would go out low and check for that 50 armor, but that might be where red team is expecting him. You can use your cover as almost scouts on this map. You can let them go ahead and say, hey, they're all bio, drop low, or they're all low, go high, or it's clear now, or wait, and you could really use those guys, like I say, like scouts to see ahead which direction you should go. It's one of the unique things about this map. So we see GS3K grabbing the flag now by himself. Try to one-on-one Raven. Going to win that battle, but he really needs some cover to come up because 28 health's not going to get him very far against 2D. So Facial's going to get this flag moving. And he's doing something smart here. He's waiting for his cover to come up and disrupt. It's exactly what they do. It lets him get out low. It's probably not going to work out for him here as he takes a ton of damage. But a smart move there. It gave his cover time to at least make a play on the defense. And in fact, as that happens, GS3K able to get back behind and get another grab. I think Red took their amp, however. So he's going to wait for Facial to get in there, do some damage. Failsauce is behind him for the pickup. They're going to get this kill. They should get this kill soon. There you go. So the defense is killed out now. The defense has no idea which direction GS3K is going now. He could potentially be anywhere. Well, now they see him. He's going to go out bio rifle. They know he's there. He's going to expect to cut off. But Piston all the way back into his base, getting in his shock rifle. Now behind him, it's much easier to seal once you're back in your shock. But Red is all over that room. He's fighting their offense now. He's all by himself. Needs cover to get on him right now. He's going to go down with one shot. Nice pickup. Didn't even touch the ground. Failsauce get good position there. Gets one kill. Going to need another one here. He's going to go down. Another nice pickup here by Blue's offense. They're chaining these flag grabs, but they really need some cover to come in. And Blue are not able to keep that flag in their hands. Meanwhile, Red walks this one all the way back to base. That was sort of your last-ditch effort there. They really needed to get that flag secured. Red knew that. They dropped everyone back. 4 caps in 3.5 minutes. Probably not going to see that. So we'll go ahead and pour through some of these stats here. As we see Red dominating the game in caps. Blue, in the second half of the game, did a much better job getting these flags moving and sort of grouping up. I think they finally realized that a lot of times on a big map like this, patience and making sure that you get quality grabs is much more important than simply having the flag in your hands. Because you need to count on a high conversion rate on this map, just because there's 2 amps in it. There's 100 armor. There's so many vials, and it's such a big map. You just can't have someone grabbing nonstop. We did see a couple nice runs though, really turning something out of nothing by being patient and allowing their cover to come up to them. Go ahead and follow this flag as we flip through the stats here. Didn't see any one team dominating the power-ups. I think for the most part they got their own amps and seem to have split the 100 armors. I believe that's what we've seen here, yeah. Your forward defenders are typically going to dominate your own amps. Often, if they play, especially if they play a shock room, that's going to be their responsibility. They'll probably dominate their 50s and amp. And oftentimes they'll even push up to mid. We saw Xios at least one time on camera pushing up to mid to help fight over that 100 armor. However, it looks like we saw GS3K with a few amps of his own. Not sure if that was his team's amps or the enemy amps. I know we did see a bunch of standoffs. And often standoffs, one unique thing about this map is since there's an amp in each base, as you see a nice amp kill and pickup right there by Facial. Since there's an amp in each base, it'll actually reverse roles. It'll go from being a defensive power-up into going to the offensive players as they try to defend during their standoff. And Blue with a nice little sort of cover blob right there, pushing them all the way back into their base. So 5-2. Not going to see a comeback here, but maybe get a little bit of momentum going into map 2. This was Blue's map pick, I believe. Or excuse me, this was Red's map pick. That's right. This was Red's map pick, which is Blue and IRC. So I mean, we'll see. I think it was a good choice. Did exactly what I expected, which was slow down the flag running ability of Blue. Force them to be a little more coordinated with their attacks. And by the same token, on their map pick, you may see the exact opposite. You may see Blue pick a map like even Grindel Keep, or something like an Anfractuous, a Bleak, something where the flags are going to be easy to get out of base, because you got to figure they can get more flag grabs off. So I think a smaller to medium-sized map. Wouldn't expect a Vault City or Virility, although Vault City is not out of the question. You can cap fairly quickly on that map, although it's also not as wide open as San Anfractuous. We'll follow Lavake with this flag as the seconds tick down. 10 seconds, not quick enough for him to get back into base, but maybe he'll get a good kill on somebody or something. Goes down right in mid, and there you have map 1. And we'll see what what blue team decides to choose as map 2 to counter this.